Hello all, welcome to Allied Like Them channel. Today we are going to see about muscular contraction. Okay, let's go into the topic. First we should know what is a muscle. A muscle is a specialized tissue which originates from the germ layer, that is mesoderm. The muscular tissue is made up of a specialized cells called myocytes. The muscular system is responsible for the movement of the human body. Okay, next we'll see about the structure of striated muscle. Striated muscle is also known as skeletal muscle. Each skeletal muscle is composed of numerous muscle fibers, and each muscle fiber is a multinucleated cross-striated cylindrical cell myocyte which is 1 to 300 millimeter long. Okay, each muscle fiber is made up of a sarcolemma, that is cell membrane, enclosed by a sarcoplasm, that is cytoplasm of the muscle fiber, which contain many nuclei. Okay, now we'll see about a sarcotubular system. It is a form of vesicle or tubules in the sarcoplasm of the muscle fiber. There are two types of sarcotubular system, that is T tubules and L tubules. T tubules are also known as transverse tubules or narrow tubules, which is formed by the invagination of the sarcolemma. The main function of the T tubules are responsible for rapid transmission of impulse in the form of action potential from sarcolemma to the myofibrils. L tubules are sarcoplasmic reticulum. It is also known as longitudinal tubules, are the closed tubules that run in long axis of the muscle fiber, forming sarcoplasmic reticulum. The main function of the L tubules are it store a large quantity of calcium ion. When the action potential reaches the L tubules, the calcium ions are released into the sarcoplasm. This causes muscular contraction. The muscle fiber contains parallelly arranged myofibrils which have alternate light and dark bands. The light band is also known as I band. The dark band of myofibril is known as A band. Okay, the bands of adjacent myofibrils are aligned transversely so that the myofiber appears cross-striated. In the middle of dark band, that is A band, there is a light H band. In the middle of I band, that is light band, there is a dark Z line. The segment of myofibril between two Z line is called sarcomere. That is the part of myofibril between two successive Z line is called as sarcomere, which is the structural and functional unit of myofibril. Each sarcomere consists of two types of myofilaments, that is thick myofilament and thin myofilament. Thick myofilament is known as myosin and thin myofilament is known as actin. The muscle proteins, there are four muscle proteins which is responsible for the muscular contraction. First is myosin, actin, tropomyosin and troponin. As we saw earlier, the sarcomere contains two types of myofilaments, that is thick myofilament and thin myofilament. Thick myofilament is made up of a polymerized protein called myosin. Each meromyosin has two parts, that is globular head with a short arm and a tail. The globular head along with short arm is called heavy meromyosin, HMM. The globular head along with short arm and the tail is known as light meromyosin, that is LMM. Okay, the globular head acts as an ATPase enzyme. It hydrolyzes ATP to produce energy, which it is responsible in the sliding mechanism of muscular contraction. Then thin myofilament. The thin myofilament is made up of three proteins. First is actin, tropomyosin and troponin. Actin is a globular protein which has low molecular weight. It occurs in two forms, that is monomeric G actin and polymeric F actin. Then is tropomyosin. Tropomyosin is a fibrous molecule. The two filaments of tropomyosin run closely along the entire length of actin. They run along with the actin. At resting state, it separates from the actin and myosin by binding the myosin binding sites on actin filament and hence prevents the formation of cross bridge, which in turn prevents the contraction of the muscle fiber. At resting state, the tropomyosin covers the actin filament and which prevents the contraction of muscle fiber. Then is troponin. The troponin, at regular intervals of tropomyosin, a complex protein called troponin is present. There are 3 units of troponin. They are troponin I, troponin T and troponin C. Troponin I, it inhibits actin-myosin interaction and binds to other components of troponin. Troponin T, it is a binding site for tropomyosin and troponin C is the binding site for calcium. Okay, next we'll see about what is a muscle contraction. Muscle contraction occurs when there is a formation of actomyosin complex. This includes 3 stages. First is excitation, contraction coupling, role of troponin and tropomyosin. Third is sliding mechanism or walk along theory. First stage is the excitation contraction coupling. It occurs when the muscle is excited, that is stimulated by an impulse which passes through the motor nerve and neuromuscular junction, where ATP action potential is generated in the muscle fiber. The then action potential spreads over the sarcolemma and also into the muscle fibers through T tubules. We already know that the T tubules is responsible for rapid spread of action potential into the muscle fiber. Then action potential reaches the cisternae of L tubules and gets excited, that is stimulated, which causes release of calcium ions from cisternae into the sarcoplasm. That is the cytoplasm of muscle fiber. The calcium ions then move towards the actin filament to produce contraction. Thus, the calcium ions form a link or coupling material between the excitation and the contraction of the muscle. So, hence it is known as excitation contraction coupling reaction. Then role of troponin and tropomyosin. The active site of F-actin is covered by tropomyosin, as we already saw, so that the head of myosin cannot combine with the actin filament. When the head of the myosin combines with the actin filament, it causes muscle contraction. Now it is impossible to form that complex. Large number of calcium ions released from the L tubules during the excitation of the muscle. It binds to the troponin C. It is the binding site for calcium. This causes change in position of the troponin. It further in turn pulls the tropomyosin away from the F-actin. So, this movement causes the active sites of F-actin is uncovered and exposed. Immediately the head of myosin get attached to the actin. Okay, in short, the calcium molecules binds with the troponin C. The troponin C causes change in position, which further in turn pulls the tropomyosin molecule away from the F-actin. This causes the F-actin uncovered and exposed. Immediately the head of myosin gets attached to the actin. Okay, this is the role of troponin and tropomyosin in the muscle contraction. Next is the sliding mechanism or walk along theory or Ratch's theory. According to this theory, the contraction of muscle fibers occurs when the thin filament, that is actin filaments, slides over the thick filament, that is myosin filaments. There are 4 stages, that is hydrolysis, cross bridge formation, power stroke, detachment. Hydrolysis, ATP split into ADP and PI, phosphate molecule. PI is the phosphate molecule. This causes myosin head to change into ready position and bind to the actin, F-actin molecule. Next is cross bridge formation occurs between the 2 filaments. Myosin head binds to the actin filaments. Next, the bound ADP and PI detach, which causes myosin to forcefully change back to its relaxed position. This is known as power stroke. Then a detachment occurs. This is when the myosin head detaches from the F-actin. ATP binds to the myosin head and the myosin detaches from the actin and goes to the resting state. Attachment of myosin head to a new active site of F actin and dragging of actin filament, and the repetition of these action causes sliding of actin filament of both sides towards each other. This causes formation of actomyosin complex. It further results in the contraction of muscle. There are some changes in the sarcomere during muscle contraction. The head zone becomes narrow. The two Z lines come closer with reduction in length of the sarcomere. A band remains the same. The length of I band decreases. In severe muscle contraction, the actin filament from opposite ends overlap. Head zone disappears. Next is the relaxation of muscle. Relaxation occurs when the calcium ions are pumped back into the L tubules. This leads to decrease in sarcoplasmic calcium content, which causes detachment of myosin head from the F actin, which further results in the muscular relaxation. Okay, that's all guys. Now we'll see a short recap of what we thought for past few minutes. Okay, first is the structure of striated muscle. Skeletal muscle is composed of numerous muscle fiber. Myofibrils are the parallel filaments in the sarcoplasm which contains dark A band and light I band. In the middle of dark band there is a light H band. In the middle of light band there is a dark Z line. Sarcomere consists of muscle proteins, that is two myofilaments, thick myofilament and thin myofilament. Thin myofilament is known as actin and thick myofilament is known as myosin. The thin myofilament consists of three proteins, that is actin, tropomyosin and troponin. Okay, muscle contraction occurs in three stages, that is excitation, contraction coupling, role of troponin and tropomyosin, and sliding mechanism or ratchet theory. Muscle contraction occurs when the nerve impulse is stimulated. This causes generation of action potential. The action potential reaches the sarcoplasmic reticulum. This causes release of calcium ions from the L tubules, formation of cross bridge. Then it further leads to active myosin complex. The final result is the muscle contraction. Muscle relaxation occurs when the stimulus is stopped. This causes decreased calcium content in the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Then detachment of myosin head from F actin. This causes muscular relaxation. Okay, I hope that you understand what is muscle contraction. Thank you for listening guys. For more videos, please do subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.